Hello everyone and welcome to ScienceHQ. In this video we are going to solve Necta questions. So starting by Necta 2017 question number 8A. You are provided with 4 organic compounds, number 1 up to number 4. Then which compound are gases at room temperature? How can you distinguish compound 1 and compound 2? And number 3, which compound would react with sodium carbonate? Write a balanced chemical equation for the reactions. So before we proceed, let me help you to identify this organic compound. Let's say A, it is CH3, CH2, OH. Then B, CH3, CH2, CH3, then CH3, COOH, and D, we have CH2 double bond CH2. So naweza nikasema kwamba this D, it is alkene. It is alkene because it has a functional group of alkene which is a double bond. So D, it is alkene. Inayofuata hapa C, it is carboxylic acid because it has a functional group of carboxylic acid. So it is acid in nature. But this one, I can say it is alkane because it is made by carbon and hydrogen. Also, it is made by a single bond, which is only sigma bond. So it has a functional group of alkane, which is a single bond. And this one, it is alcohol because it has a functional group of alcohol, which is OH group. So we have 4 compounds, which is alcohol, alkene, alkane, and carboxylic acid. So Roman number 1, which compound are gases at room temperature? Yani ni kati ya hizi compound 4 ni compound ipi ambayo yenyewe kwenye temperature kawaida, room temperature, ina turn to be gas. Sasa kitu chochote ambacho kina turn is to be gas au kinachelewa kutani kuwa gas huwa kinakuwa affected by bond. So you have to check the nature of the bond. Kati ya hizi organic compound 4 ulizopewa, ipi ina bondi ambayo ni weak zaidi na ipi ina bondi ambazo ni strong zaidi. Kwa zile ambazo tutafind kwamba zina bondi ambazo ni weak zaidi, tutaziconsider kuwa gases at room temperature. So let me take you to alkane and alkene. Alkane and alkenes zinakuwa made by van der Waals force of attractions, which is a very weak bond for alkane and alkene. Alkane and alkene is not made by van der Waals force of attraction. Van der Waals force of attraction, which is a very weak bond. And the strength of this bond inazidi kuongezeka jinsi number of carbon zinavyozidi kuongezeka. Sasa ukiangalia kutokana na swali letu tumepewa alkane ambaye ana 3 number of carbon and alkene ambaye ana 2 number of carbon. Maana yake nini? The strength of the van der Waals force that is present in alkane and alkene zote ziko very weak, means ni rahisi sana kwa alkane na alkene to turn to be gases at room temperature. So which compound are gas at room temperature? I think I will consider CH2 double bond CH2, which is alkene, and alkane, which is CH3, CH2, CH3. So let me tell you, why not carboxylic acid and not alcohol? This is structure of alcohol, it has oxygen. So this high oxygen inazisaidia hizi alcohol zenyewe kwa zenyewe zitapojoin ziweze kutengeneza hydrogen bonding. So hydrogen bond, it is a bond that is very strong compared to van der Waals force. Kwa hiyo nini? At room temperature alcohol itakuwa sio rahisi yenyewe kuturn to be gases kwa sababu ina form hydrogen bond, a single hydrogen bond kila zinapokutana, kwa hiyo inakuwa ni very hard. But for carboxylic acid, I think hii ndio ngumu zaidi kuwa gas at room temperature because it has 2 oxygen atoms. Kwa hiyo inapokuwa ina form zile hydrogen bonding, at once ina form 2 hydrogen bonding. Maana yake nini? Yenyewe inakuwa ni strong zaidi compared to carboxylic acid ambayo ina form hydrogen bonding moja. So that's why I can say alkene and alkane, those are gases at room temperature. Then after number 2, how can you distinguishing alkane, which is CH3, CH2, CH3, and CH2 double bond CH2. How can you distinguish? So alkane, it is a saturated hydrocarbon that contain maximum number of atoms in each carbon, but alkene, it is unsaturated, means it lacks some atoms. Another factor, alkane, it is very hard to perform reaction at normal temperature, like room temperature or darkness. It is very hard because it is made by sigma bond, a bond that is very strong bond, which is formed by head-to-head overlapping of atomic orbitals. Kwa hiyo kwa reaction tu za kawaida alkane ni vigumu sana kuweza kuperform reactions kwa sababu ya nature bond inayopatikana hapo. Also for alkene, it is made by 1 sigma bond and 1 pi bond. So pi bond, it is a very weak bond, a bond that is formed by sideway overlapping of atomic orbital. Kwa ni bond ambayo ni weak sana. At room temperature tu inaweza kufanya reactions. So to distinguish between alkane and alkene, huwa tunatumia reaction ambayo inaitwa bromine water. So for alkene tutareactisha na bromine water. So the color of bromine, it is always a reddish brown. Here it is reddish brown. So ukifanyia reaction na bromine water utapata vicinohalohydrin. Hapa ina haja hata consider Makoligo rule kwa sababu hii ni symmetrical alkene. Kwa naandika tu kawaida CH2, hapo naweka bromine, CH2 utaweka OH group. So I said the product is called halohydrin. Halohydrin. It is organic compound that contain halogen group and OH group at once. Kwa hiyo ni group moja ambayo inakuwa ni organic compound moja ambayo inakuwa made by halogen na hydroxide, ndio tunaita halohydrins. So the product here, it is colorless. It is colorless. So the color of the reddish brown, it turned to colorless. That is number 1. Na hii reaction tumeona inakuwa performed without any condition at room temperature, at room temperature or darkness, it work. But this reaction cannot occur for alkane, bromine water. There is no reaction here. No reaction because alkane, it is made by sigma bond, a bond that is very strong. So you cannot perform this reaction at room temperature or at darkness. Impossible. So a reaction of bromine water can be used to distinguish between alkane and alkene. In alkene, it provides a halohydrin product, a colorless product. But for a reaction between bromine water and alkane, there is no reaction. So that's how you can answer this Roman number 2. And then number 3, which compound would react with sodium carbonate? Write a balanced equation for the reactions. So we have 4 compounds. Number 1, nitakupa sababu baadaye. Alkane and alkene, hizo haziwezi react na base. There's no reaction between bases and alkane or alkene. Now we have alcohol, which is CH3CH2OH. Tunataka to compare between alcohol and carboxylic acid, which one will react with base. So I think namna ambayo ni rahisi kabisa. Huyu ni base na carboxylic acid, it is acid in nature. So obviously kuna reaction, it is a neutralization reaction, a reaction that involves a reaction between acid and base. We have an acid because carboxylic acid, it acid because it can release hydrogen ion when dissolved in water. Tunamuita acid kwa sababu ana uwezo wa kuprotonate, wa kutoa hydrogen ion. Kitu chochote ambacho kina uwezo wa kutoa hydrogen ion kina sifa ya kuitwa base. Ukiangalia hii compound hapa contain hydrogen, lakini sio rahisi kwa yenyewe kuweza kurelease hydrogen ion. Kwa hiyo huyu hapa hata mconsider kama acid kwa sababu hana uwezo wa kurelease hydrogen ion. But carboxylic acid, it is acid because it can release hydrogen ion in a solution. And so we expect to have a reaction between carboxylic acid and sodium carbonate. Na sio alkane, alkene or alcohol. So we have learned that when you take a reaction between acid and base, our product is salty and water. You see? But it depends on the nature of the base. Like when you take acid plus base, if that base contains carbonate group, then the product will be itakuwa ni salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. Hivyo basi utachukua carboxylic acid plus base which is sodium carbonate. So kwa base yetu contain carbonate group, kwa hiyo nategemea kwamba nitakuwa na salt, water na carbon dioxide. So salt itakuwa ni CH3 sodium plus water plus carbon dioxide. Then after you have to balance number of atoms that are present at the reactant side to be equal to the number of atoms that belong to the product side. So here it's like to put here apotoweka 2, apotoweka 2. In a simple way, you balance in that way. So that was Necta 2017 question number 8A. Ungelifanya kwa namna hiyo. So nafikiri nimeweza kuprovide so many concepts ambazo zitakusaidia pia kuweza kusolve maswali mengine ambayo yanafanana na haya. Je, kuna namna yoyote nimekusaidia? Just tell me in your comment. Niandikia kwenye comment hapo kwamba ni nini umejifunza katika video hii. Lakini pia kwa yambe bado hujasubscribe, please subscribe for more information. Lakini pia share kwa watu wengi waweze kunufaika kwa maarifa tunayotoa katika ScienceHQ. Thank you so much and see you at the top.